Direct from Foxborough, Massachusetts, the gem of Norfolk County, and taped at the studios of Foxborough Cable Access. It's Foxborough Central. And here's your host, Bob Hickey.
And welcome to another episode of Foxborough Central. I am Bob Hickey, your host, and I thank you for taking the time to join me and my guests as we talk about the people, events, and organizations that make Foxborough truly the gem of Norfolk County. Speaking of gems, it's not exactly a hidden gem because they are both everywhere, but I'm joined today by my friends Deb Giardino,
Hi, Bob.
who is the director of Foxborough Recreation, and Rachel Calabrese, who is either her happy henchman or the recreation coordinator, whichever way you want to go.
Yeah.
Which way do we want to go?
We'll go coordinator.
We'll go coordinator today. But let's talk to the director first. So Deb, we were talking before the taping, and sometimes I actually do talk to people, about how long you've been here. And it's one of those things that gets kind of funny is you start getting into roles and you just kind of morph into positions. And I know that Don Cotter had the position way back before, but then one of my earliest memories coming to Foxborough is working with you and placing the playground up at the Old State Hospital. We can't even call it the State Hospital anymore. People may not even remember
know what it
that.
is, the Payson Road Playground.
Right, but before that, there was so much that was going on, and it seemed like at that time Foxborough Recreation was in an infancy, and then seeing where we're at today, and of course, I'm sure everybody at home has received their circular in the mail with these summer, spring programs for 2016, which just kind of drove home how big and intricate the Foxborough Recreation Department is and all the programs and offerings. So I think what I would like to do today, if it's all right with you two, is just talk about Foxborough Recreation, see where you're at and where you want to go, because we could just talk about the fantastic programs of the summer of 2016, and there's a lot of them, and you're very busy, and I see from the sun, from the coloring that you've definitely been outside doing things, so that's fantastic. But let's start off talking about Foxborough Recreation. And how long have you been doing this now?
I think it's been 15 years, and I only say I think because I worked with Don Cotter. I had the great privilege of working with Don Cotter as his assistant, and then he resigned and the job was ceremoniously handed over to me. At that point, I had the luxury, and I do call it a luxury, of developing the program myself. And with the help of others. I mean, everything was built with the help of others, starting way back when with Andrea McGillicuddy and moving forward with other workers. And we started to build. We started to build programs. We started to amass properties. We started to amass success. And it just has kept rolling. It's never stopped. People have changed. I'm the constant.
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
And the people of Foxborough certainly are the constant. And with the team now of myself, Rachel, and Christine Calabrese, it continues.
And I was thinking back to my time as selectman here in Foxborough, and we were going through the Camp St. Augustine property purchase and acquisition, and what a big opportunity that was. People said, there's no way they'll ever fill that. But frankly, it's now such a piece of what we do here in Foxborough that I can't imagine really us not having had that property as part of the whole total package. But clearly, the focus of Foxborough Recreation, at least from my standpoint, is the Booth Playground and everything that's going on there, because that's where you see what's going on.
That is, we refer to that as our flagship. The town made a tremendous, wise investment when they bought Camp St. Augustine. And the Recreation Department was challenged in a very big way to rehab the building, bring the pool back online, rehab with the former Friends of Camp St. Augustine, the beautiful chapel that's down there, maintain the cabins, take care of the property, and it was all done within our own budget, which was the deal that was made. We'll buy the land, you take care of it.
Right, and that's a challenging budget, because I remember back in my days, but as we know it, all of us who go to town meeting know, because we vote on it every year, it's actually a revolving fund. It's self-funding. It's not a huge bucket of money that's just given to you and you buy crayons with it. This is more user fees, money in, money out. So it's a huge responsibility, more so than any other department, that is totally dependent upon your own good work in order to fund your own good work.
Oh, right. I mean, and we laugh at any time if people's fluidity with money, so to speak, would stop. They couldn't register for programs, or we were to fail in any way, or things were to fall apart, I could write my own pink slip because we pay for my salary,
Right.
and Rachel's salary, and Christine's salary, so we can all write our own pink slips.
Well, to that extent, then it's a a story of success, because not only are you not writing your own pink slips, but you're creating growth. And we talk about St. Augustine, but let's also not forget that the property, the acquisition, the 42 acres behind the state hospital, the Lacrosse Field, which used to be the Patriots practice facility, the Ernie George, all those different fields back there that have now created 2 new ball fields are coming online. You've got the beautiful basketball courts. Is there a bocce court anymore?
Not yet.
Not yet. Is that still in the works?
It's still in the plans,
Really?
in the open space plan, yeah.
I was being funny because I remember that back in the day. We got to have a bocce. And
We have two playgrounds, the one that we built with the Patriots and that Kaboom grant.
And generous grant from
And then the park grant built the other one. And then we have the field that's now the Lacrosse Field, which is the former Patriots practice field. Then we have the only other Babe Ruth-sized field, but it's also the only lit baseball field in the community. And it's also a multi-use field in the back of it. There's also a concession stand on that property, which we have not had the option or ability to use yet, but we just invested.
It's all about the vision.
We just invested a lot of money in bringing it up to a state that it can be used.
That's great.
And there were 2 multi-use fields that were also built. Those were, I think, the ones that you were referring to.
Yes. Well, a lot of work has been done on the parking area back there, the new traffic controls we've got in and out, and really the maturation of that whole property is pretty cool to see for those of us who've used it over a number of years. For those of you who may know, I'm an umpire, so I'm out there, me and the mosquitoes, on many, many nights, and it's actually a very nice ball field. It's a beautiful night out. If you don't feel like driving into Fenway Park and fighting with 38,000 other people, come down to the Payson Field and watch a real baseball game. You'll appreciate the view. No obstructive views there.
So for a small department, in small in several ways, there's only, I'm the only full-time person.
3 of you, right?
Rachel isn't full-time, and neither is Christine. And in the fact that we make so much available and do so much with so little, to own all of that property and have it all running and running well and be revenue producing, or at least not revenue draining, is a credit to all of the people who use it and a credit to the staff that I work with.
Absolutely. And lest you folks think I'm going to talk just government nuts and bolts all night, I'm not. There's lots of great program we're going to talk about. You know me, I'm a government geek. I like talking about this stuff. But while we segue into that, of course, I'm going to let you know that you can check out Foxborough Recreation. Be their friend on Facebook by going to Foxborough Recreation Department. Click on the friend link. I'm sure they'll be your friend. They're my friend. It's all good. Did you know they tweet? Well, they do. And you can jump on their Twitter feed by going to Foxborough Recreation, spelled the company way. Foxborough Recreate I, actually, right? Not no un in this one, just I. Also, you can go to the website. You can go to the town website on their link, or you can go directly to www.foxboroughRec.com. And exciting news, later in the program, we're going to break out the brand new app. So stay tuned for that, folks. Deb, what's going on in the summer of 2016? Seems like you're employing every child between the age of 13 and 17, and they're all wearing the great T-shirts. But tell me what's really going on out there.
You know, I say the same thing every year. We have the greatest children in Foxborough that attend that camp. We have the greatest employees, all of whom this year are from Foxborough, that are employable.
But that's great. That's really great to keep.
I say it every year, so it just doesn't matter. They are the life and the backbone of the whole entire year. We have 17 counselors. I remember at one time we had 6, and I think 2 of them were my children, whether they were volunteering or not. Registration now it's capped off. It used to be you could walk in mid-July and still register. We closed it 10 days after we opened it. I think the program has reached it's absolutely reached a point that I never, ever imagined that it would reach. And it's only because of the good word from the parents who attend, the parents who send their children, and their children love it, and their children want to be with their friends. And it's just by word of mouth and our advertisements and the pictures that we get in the paper and advertisements like this that it truly is the best place to be in the summertime, where you get to be a kid and you get sent home dirty, tired, and happy.
I always say you're not having fun till you're dirty. I'm going to talk to Rachel here in a second, but just want to show there's a beautiful brochure that talks about it and gives some pictures and really shows some of the fun that everybody's having. So, of course, you can also reach out to Foxborough Recreation by dialing their number at 508-543-7255. Find out more. It's obviously a little bit too late to get into the 2016 program, but 2017 is right around the corner, so get on that waiting list. Rachel, how do you fit into all this? As a recreation coordinator, does that mean you?
I love every minute of it. We have developed so many programs. I mean, booth during the summer is our craziest, most fun time.
It's action-packed.
Yeah, it definitely is. But we also run a lot of mini programs as well. Starting tomorrow is Andrea Christensen. She has a mini camp with about 11 children, and she's doing canning and pickles and relishes. And
Really?
she's phenomenal. She came to us. She was a culinary instructor at BU for years. And she's just amazing. We have a clay program with Liz Donegan. We have a theater program with Laura Canfield. And that theater program, the end of the week, the children perform community theater on Foxborough Common on Friday nights.
Isn't
and that's
that
next
phenomenal?
week. Yeah. So we just have we have tennis that we run, and we run a girls volleyball, and we run Pee-wee soccer program and a field hockey clinic and a soccer goalie clinic. So we're running a lot of booth movie nights.
Yep.
There's a lot going on.
Town
And-
pool.
I was
events.
just saying, I've seen an awful lot going. I've seen the tennis program, and they're actually practicing and
Fantastic.
working on things, and it seems like a very sharp program. So
Yes, we have a
if
fantastic
that's indicative of the rest of the programs, then it's well run and fantastic. So, but it's not all about kids too. There's also adult programs, no?
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
There's adult cooking, there's adult basketball, there's adult volleyball, there is adult yoga, there is adult.
We've done some trips too, culinary trips. Andrea Christensen's taken us all to a winter market in Pawtucket or a summer market in Providence. We've done a lot of different things. We're still exploring with adults, but we've been able to.
Well, it's a
offer
robust
lot.
program, and it's always changing, and you're meeting needs. I remember there was a recreation program for back when I was taking these. I went and did the sign language course through Foxborough Recreation.
Yeah,
which I thought was very impressive. So.
And if something is sustainable, we'll keep it. Pee-wee soccer and Pee-wee baseball have been around forever. There have been some programs that have come and gone, but we have a couple of working theories. It's like spaghetti. If we'll throw it against the wall and see if it sticks, and any program we'll try 3 times
Funny, that's
before
how
we
I
give
schedule
up.
my guests. It's amazing how that works out.
We're like spaghetti. Because
I like
we-
spaghetti. It's
So
all
we'll
good.
try everything 3 times. But I thought something that you might say is that the instructors that Rachel was just mentioning are all very familiar names to you.
Yes.
And
Well, to all of us here in Foxborough, Laura Canfield,
all of
who
us.
doesn't know? So
And-
how much sense does it make that she then takes on this and
but they come to us. Sometimes we'll reach out to people in the community to teach a class, but we also put in our brochures or put in, our Facebook or whatever that we're always looking for talented volunteers. Do you have something you'd like to teach? Do you have something you'd like to share? Come see us. We'll try it. We have dog training. We run dog training in the rec hall, and it sells out every single time.
Really?
Yeah, she does an amazing job.
You
Jane
know?
Young
Isn't
does a
that
great
something?
program there. Donnie Carter, known in town, well, his dad.
His dad. Right.
Was the first director, but Donnie Carter runs a phenomenal flag football program every fall that just is just getting bigger and bigger
so
every
you're
year.
saying that Foxborough Recreation doesn't just shut down when summer's over?
Oh, no. Now we
That's
get into
the
a whole new
old
cycle.
way. My father often says, why don't you run it the way it was and just shut down in the summer? But it's like I had told you before, success breeds success. We can't stop.
Right.
We're like in a hamster wheel. We can't stop.
And the kids look so forward to the events every year. We run the Halloween parade that children love and gets bigger every year. And the community, all the businesses come out and bring candy, and they love it. The tree lighting, we work with the Foxborough JCs to do the tree lighting, the father-daughter dance, the dodgeball, mother-son dodgeball. Like, kids look forward to this every single year. We have girls that are buying their dresses as early as 6 months before.
Really?
So we can't shut
And
down.
that leads us down two different paths. And one is family events, which we could speak to, but also community events, which are free and something we feel very strongly about. So we do offer several large-scale family events that are free. The movie night throughout the summer is free. The Halloween parade is free.
The fishing
The
derby.
lighting on the common is
fishing
free.
derby with
The
support from
huge
the,
fishing
Foxborough,
derby is free. And then our other signature programs, which are family-oriented as well, would be the father-daughter dance and the mother-son dodgeball, which is, who else can claim to be playing dodgeball in Gillette Stadium? And if it weren't for the generosity of Mr. Kraft, we wouldn't be doing that. And he's done it for this is the sixth
been a while.
year.
And I'll give you this, giving a shout out to the program itself. Foxborough baseball had to cancel baseball games because of the
Yes.
popularity of the mother-son
One year they
dodgeball game.
didn't, and things didn't
Yeah.
go well.
So, credit to that program for drawing your target audience. It's definitely known, and the publicity is received. It's great. So you do get a lot of community support. But when we remind you that the only way you can participate is to jump in and find out about Foxborough Recreation, go to their Twitter feed, Foxborough Rec. You can also jump on, I said that wrong, didn't I? Twitter feed, Foxborough Recreati. Or you can become their friend on Facebook. You can also log on to their website at www.foxboroughRec.com. And for those of you who are old style like this guy, it's 508-543-7255. But if you're new style like that girl, we're going to find out about a fantastic thing. Now let's see, if I have the interest in finding out, I don't know, what is going on today in Foxborough Recreation, and I needed to find that information right now, how would I do that? I have no idea because I don't have my brochure in front of me, but I bet Rachel's going to tell us. Rachel, you're on.
Well, you can always look up the website, foxboroughRec.com. It has all the up-to-date stuff.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Right.
No.
So what you'd
I
like...
have an iPhone.
You do?
I do.
And so this is our app.
You have an app?
We have an app.
Foxborough Recreation has an app.
Are we
We
the
do.
only department to have an app?
I don't know.
I'll say we are. We were the first one to
Yeah.
have Facebook.
Yes. So our app is fantastic. It just we loaded up. We ran to launch it. We ran a springtime photo contest where people submitted photos, and they were great photos. But there's so much that you can do with this app. From finding out about different community happenings. Paige Duncan is the planner here in town, right? Is Paige, yeah. And she, if she has a meeting or something she wants people to come to, she'll send us over a PDF of her meeting, or the library or anything, and we'll put it up. And right there you'll have community events. So we're trying to get to be the place where everybody gives us information so they can find it in one central place. Directions too. We spend half of our lives getting calls saying, where is Rodman Field? Where is this field? And we have all of our fields listed here. Of course, it's saying offline because I'm in here, but all of our fields listed here. And people, right away, a GPS shows up and will take you to whatever field your child is playing on. Lots of different things. Report a maintenance issue we were talking about. So if you're at one of the parks.
That's a really nice feature, and that goes directly to the recreation department.
Goes right to Deb, and Deb jumps right on it and gets whatever it is fixed.
Broken swing, whatever.
Yeah. So there's just a lot of things people can send us. You can go right to the website, find out about events. It's been great.
That's huge.
Yeah, we're growing it.
Closings and openings too.
It will take us to the website. The website always, if we have to cancel a program due to weather, then we will put it right up on our website on the front page. We'll do an alert, and you can always access the website from the app.
And
Which
it
you
is
may
a
not have known. We
Well,
are in charge of opening and closing
I
fields.
I am the I coordinate umpires here in Foxborough, so I definitely know that. But Mal, you do too. So if you ever want to find out about a field, whether it's open, shut, whatever, you can always go
I'm not
to
really sure how that happened.
www.foxboroughRec.com. You know, it's funny. I never know how any of this has happened.
No.
How did we all come to be sitting around this table?
I don't know.
It's amazing, isn't it?
But we don't know how we got the fields. I mean, at one time we were the porta potty queens in ordering all the porta potties in town, but we got rid of that. Yeah.
Well, you know, there's some good things to offload to others. So.
And that would be one of them.
But we're not offloading Foxborough Recreation. I'm going to remind everybody you can get on their Twitter feed by going to Foxborough Recreate. You can check them out on Facebook, be their friend at Foxborough Recreation Department, and you can also check them out at www.foxboroughRec. You can now go to iTunes, go to Foxborough Recreation, pull up their app, download it, and boom, there you go. It's free, 508-543-7255. The main office is in the barn at the Booth Playground. Mm-hmm. No?
The
Yes?
shed.
Shed. Yeah. What did I call it?
The barn.
I like barn.
We, for some reason, take offense to
It's the rec
barn.
shed. I know. I'm just playing.
Shed,
so much
shed
better.
is so much
It's
classier.
the rec shed. It's all good.
We're there 12 months a year.
There you are, indeed. And it's a great place, though. And for those of you who are looking to get involved, your kids will love it. There's always something for everybody. I absolutely guarantee you. My kids participate. My daughter was a counselor one year out there.
She was.
So she, one of those memories that we'll have. And speaking of memories, can't make memories unless you do, and we can't do unless we forward plan, and I know you're full of forward plans. So let's talk about some of the exciting things. In addition to the app, which is wicked cool, what's coming down the pike for Foxborough Recreation?
Right now, we are already working on our fall programs and our fall brochure. Mm-hmm. Fall and winter are brochures that come out online.
Okay.
So there's many weeks leading up to the fall brochure will be out, in 3 weeks. We had mailed all three and decided to go green, decided to put it online.
It's
We
the
took
way
a
of the
little
world
bit
these
of a
days.
hit when we first did it. We were one of the first communities to do it. I belong to a professional organization, the Massachusetts Rec and Park Association, and at the time when we went this route, nobody else was doing it, but now they're all doing it. And so right now, Rachel is already pulling in instructors. I'm already securing places. Christine is already is getting the billing process completed for now, so that we can move into the next segment, which will be the fall. Fall, winter one,
Sure.
we call it.
And that's 2016, 2017 season. Now, if I wanted to find that brochure, about what time period do you think it'll be online, and how do I get to it?
Should be online about 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
We aim for the first week of August.
Oh, really? Okay.
Most of our programming starts the end of September.
As they say, winter is coming.
Oh, we don't even want to think about that yet.
Why? You celebrated Christmas in July today.
We did Christmas in July at Booth today, and there was
Christmas
everything
carols all day long.
all day long.
Yikes.
And
Well, good.
made wreaths and snowflakes, and it was a lot of
That's
fun.
fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'll remember
That's fun.
that.
It's, how great is it when we as adults can enjoy going to work and having fun with it?
Yeah,
So
we
there
do
you go.
we have a lot of fun.
Oh, we have fun.
But in the fall comes flag football and fall field hockey, comes tons of preschool programming. We're going to really have a lot of preschool programming this year.
Really?
Different preschool, age 3 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
We've tried it. It was successful. We tried it again. It was not so successful. And so we're
this
trying it
year-
again.
So this year,
This is the
folks,
year.
if you are a person and you have people this tall in your house and they are between the ages of 3 and 5 and they think they may have an interest in actually, having fun, socializing, getting out, doing something, this would be the time to do it. Get yourself involved. Is it really expensive? Do you have to mortgage the house? Do you have to sell the car?
No. We were very proud of the fact that we keep our prices down. For example, the camp, my research has shown that we are the lowest priced camp, barring none.
Really?
Barring none. I could give you examples and name other towns, but I'm not going to do that.
Well, I think she just said all. So take your finger, go to the map, put it down, and then say, oh, there's a town.
Because
We're cheaper than
we've
they are.
researched it to see how far off we are. And sometimes when a parent calls up and says, how much is your camp for 8 weeks? And we say $460, they still ask, oh, is that per week? Which is not an unusual question to ask if you're sending more than one child. You might be paying that somewhere. So that is also the premise behind the structuring of the payments for our programs. Our philosophy is we don't want to put price gouges on the backs of our fellow citizens. So we price them and we work backwards and then come out with the ability to create a revenue, but not have croaked anybody.
Which brings us all the way back to the beginning of the program. We're talking about the nuts and bolts, what allows the program to go on. We're so out of time. I'm going to wrap up my thought and we'll give you the last word. But it brings us back to it's a real budget and it's self-funding, but it is a real funding source and a real funding expenditure, which comes out to a zero, which means that you really are working, I'm not going to say bare bones, but you're really on a tight budget. There's not a lot of grease there bubbling around. And so when people spend money and people go to town meeting and vote on it, they should know the money's being well spent, well managed, and that the programs are well worth the effort and the money.
I agree with you, and I hope they do. I think they do.
I think they do.
I think we have some programs that do phenomenal, and that money goes right back into some programs that we just either take a little bit of a hit or we break even. But those programs are just as important because, magic or robotics, there may only be 5 or 6 kids in those classes, but they love those classes.
Class, right.
And there's no other option for them. So I feel like that's what we kind of do. We take whatever does very, very well, and we put it into programs that maybe we don't do so well in, but we're able to offer them.
And that's really an important piece because it means you're there for all types of
Are you
folks
playing
who want.
Stratego or chess down there?
Stratego.
Stratego.
Yeah.
I like Stratego.
Okay, I think that's what we're playing.
Oh, where am I set? Debbie Giudino and Rachel Calabrese, thank you so much for coming out and sharing all the exciting new things that are going on with our robust Foxborough Recreation Department. Again, I remind folks that they can be their friend on Facebook. You can follow them on Twitter. You see the information on the screen, 508-543-7255 as to how to get a hold of them at the rec shed, not the barn. Debbie Giudino, always great to see you again, and tell us the last word.
We could not do this without the collaborations that we formed. We can only do it because of the good people that we're surrounded with, and we can only do it by the people and the parents and the families that support us, by which we're very humbled by, but extremely gracious.
Thank you. That's great. And I'm also humbled by the fact that you spent the last half hour with me and my guests. A reminder to you that if you missed any part of this program, want to find out more, you can log on to our website at www.fcatv.org. Just like it says here in my mug, it's full of coffee, which I'm going to drink because I'm going to say, have a great night, Foxborough. Take care, everybody.